Hello everyone. Hello everybody. I hope you're having a lovely day or evening. Just going to light some sage and clear out the energy a little bit before we begin. Tonight's reading is going to be for the collective and or whoever is meant to see this. I was going to say movie. This video. We're going to pull an oracle card first from the Wild Unknown Archetype Oracle, just to see what Spirit's highlighting wants us to know before we get into the tarot. And then we'll do that for the daily energy check-in, okay? I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super. Had a lot of let's say closure today when it comes to my childhood, and was able to honor pieces of me that weren't necessarily honored at the time. What's going on for you guys? The Maiden. The Maiden. Let's just get the guidebook here because I haven't used this deck in a while. I actually wasn't sure what deck to use. So I have a deck of oracle cards that I made myself with all of my different oracle decks in it to see which one I should use today. And this one came up. So for the Maiden, let's see what Spirit wants us to know here. Page 77. That number could be meaningful for you right now, or not. Let's see. The Maiden, the Virgin, the Princess, the Innocent. Interesting, we were just talking about my inner child, my childhood. The Maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of maiden, mother, crone, and rightfully so because she has oh so much to learn. The Maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The Maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and taking just one taste of poison fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. So when in the light of this archetype, we have the traits of curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality. Now, when you're more in the dark of this archetype, we have pretends, projects, denies, fantasizes. It says, moving from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tension between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. Do you long to be rescued by another, or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince to break the spell of your own life. I don't know about you, but I certainly can relate to this archetype. Ooh, my pens. Sorry about that. I feel here that Spirit really wants to reach out, and this message is definitely for someone if you're watching it. Reach out to tell you to really just be careful that you aren't searching outside of yourself externally for, a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of security. You don't need to have someone pat you on the back to tell you to make sure that you're right type of thing. There is truth in a longing type of love where you are enamored by someone and all of that, but you are looking at it from a naive perspective if you think that someone else is going to make you whole. That is crossing the line and making it kind of, it's not wrong. It's just not realistic. Excuse me. There's a rose on here. I was just working with rose petals a few minutes ago. You know what? Let me show you guys the page in my grimoire, because I mean, I can relate with this a lot, and I just feel that this is a stage of my life personally that I'm coming out of this year. This is a poem that I had written when I was like 12, 13. And this is a number sequence that I created by the time I was 26. And it came out to, just so happens to be a 369 Nikola Tesla type theory and work, whatever. But I just figured I'd show you that, because if there's parts of you that are still waiting for something to kind of show up and take you away and bring you to the light, it's because you aren't fulfilling your own, you have to fulfill it yourself. Excuse me. I learned that the hard way. A lot of us do. But if it's not that, then I feel like this definitely has to do with something in your childhood that is unresolved, that you should, take the time to look back upon, to be patient with, to have, be gentle and all those things with yourself, and kind of get into maybe working on healing some memories. Sometimes I feel like we reach for external, whatever the word is, in order to feel whole, due to something in our childhood that went unresolved, that kind of, was a trauma, or, you felt like you were ignored or left for dead or something like that. And parts of you weren't appreciated. And I think now it's time, Spirit is saying, to take your power back and use your voice, because you do have a voice. And if things in the past were kind of left unsaid and you weren't able to speak up at the time, you can now. Okay? Whew. All right, let's get into the tarot for more information. I will see you guys inside the reading. Ooh, interesting. Just repeating myself when I was off camera. That was my initial reaction to the spread. Just wanted to share that with y'all. All right, we have the energy here. I'm using the miniature Rider-Waite tarot deck to clarify if we feel the need to. Not gonna promise that we're going to, but we might. We just might. Rabbit. Okay. So what is going on here? It's good. It's really good. It looks like a period of time that was and felt like bad luck is coming to an end in your life. Things are wrapping up in their own divine, synchronistic, orchestrated way, and you are going to be receiving more of the fruits of your labor type of thing. I do honestly feel like you have, earned whatever positive good luck cycle is coming for sure here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here in the overall general energy? We have the Seven of Wands. Again, that's in your spread later. Yeah, you're in a strong position. You have been fighting for what you believe in, and you definitely have leveled up in a sense. In the past here, I see you avoiding some kind of... I see you avoiding surrendering to some kind of higher plan. I see you trying to take the full control of things instead of kind of working with the energy of the universe type of thing. And I feel like it's leading into the present. It's really affecting you in the way that it's bringing out the heartbreak. This could have been buried feelings or something, happened that triggered this to come out. But I definitely feel like because of the avoidance, it's finally reared its ugly head type of thing. And heartbreak doesn't have to be ugly necessarily. Heartbreak is a beautiful thing to experience, and it's painful, but it's real. And once you feel it, acknowledge it, feel it out, it doesn't take, it's going to take some time. It doesn't take one crying session or whatever. And well, sometimes at a certain point it might, but to be over it completely, you know what I mean? But feeling your feelings is underrated, to say the least. The lesson here has to do with being able to make a certain judgment call about things instead of avoiding them, instead of, denying what the situation is. You have to step up and let these things kind of be what they are. But the challenge here is that you are fighting so hard for what you believe in. Sometimes you might lose sight of, bless you, that line between the space. There, you have to hold space, not just with other people and, learning how to talk and listen and do everything in a balance, but also with the universe. Okay, so the key here is to ease up a little bit. Why is this Seven of Wands here in the challenge? A lot of coughing going on in my house. Sneezing, coughing right now. King of Cups in reverse. You may have kind of started fighting so hard and become this like powerhouse of an energy initially due to interacting with someone who didn't really have your best interest in mind, or didn't have it all together so they couldn't have your best interest in mind. I'm not saying that it was necessarily intentional, although we do have the King of Pentacles in reverse here for your power that you should acknowledge at this time. I feel like this is an experience with some kind of manipulative energy and person, or this could have been you in the past. But I feel like because it's in where your power right now, I feel like this is here because having to do with this heartbreak energy. I feel like especially with the King of Cups in reverse here, I feel like you have dealt with a lot of people in the past who didn't necessarily have your best interest in mind, and beyond that, potentially could have been very cruel, could have been even scam artist level. This is what the King of Pentacles in reverse is. Upright, he is like the King of Pentacles. He knows how to be financially secure. He knows how to work with abundance. He knows his worth. He knows what his time and energy are worth. In reverse, this person could be ego tripping hard because they don't know what it is to actually be content with yourself and how to create abundance in a genuine way that has integrity and authenticity, whatever. Why is this here? Why is this King of Pentacles in reverse here? In the power. Wow. Check this out. 2 cards wanted to come out. This is very interesting. First, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is your happily ever after gone wrong. And then we have the 7 of Cups here. So, like I'm saying here, the 10 of Cups in reverse has to do with some kind of vision that you had for your future, for your soulmate, for your whatever. It went terribly wrong. That's why all this like masculine energy gone in a fucked up masculine energy is here. Just to say it. Sorry, not sorry. It's just energy. Girl, boy, doesn't matter who it is. Just saying. Yeah, the all the options, but not being sure in front of you, but not being sure which ones are feasible or fantasy. It's because this was presented to you from someone who didn't have all their shit together. Maybe you projected onto them that they did, but they just didn't. Hence the avoidance to surrender to the situation and heartbreak. Okay, so in the future here, let's get out of that. In the future here, I see you working well with others in a way where your projects, creative projects and work are going to be thriving. And this is also telling me that your heartbreak thing is really good right now, because it's going to kind of like flood over you, and then you're going to be able to move past it and work well with others. See, if you have this like deep down buried energy about a heartbreak in the past with someone, the communication skills in your life are not going to be that great, because there's going to be trust issues, there's going to be whatever else. Now, in the influences here, influencing this entire situation and the energy right now, we have Temperance. There is someone or something on your side that is really helping you navigate your energy right now, helping you navigate your heart, helping you heal, helping you come up with inspired solutions instead of looking at things so drastically, instead of looking at them so black and white. This Temperance card, this Archangel Michael here has his foot in the water, one foot on the earth, and is pouring his water or emotions from two different cups and able to, turn it into fire, do whatever he wants. He's in control. He's balancing it out. He's coming up with inspired solutions. Keywords. Why is this Temperance card here? Tell me more. Queen of Swords energy. I definitely feel like this is a person or situation in your life that has... I feel like it's a person. I feel like this person definitely is very logical, is very grounded, is very confident in and righteous in all that they say and what they're providing for you. Now, where to go to for support here? We have Justice. Lean into the fact that you deserve and have earned the future here that is going well, working with others, that is going well for you, because your time of bad luck is coming to an end. You've dealt with the heartbreak. Lean into your righteousness in this situation. Okay, guys, last but not least here, we have Spirit's advice on how to manifest the best outcome, how to become the best energetic match to that which you desire. We have the Lovers in reverse. Now, the Three of Swords is here. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Happily Ever After card in reverse, and we have the Lovers here in reverse. What this is telling me is that your vision for... And what we were talking about before, if you rely too much on external things to feel like you're complete, like there's something off, or there was something off and you're getting to realize it now about your vision. I feel like there's unrequited love here. I feel like there's miscommunication in the past. I just feel like there's a lot of things that are breaking your heart, and maybe this is a cycle. Maybe you are seeing some kind of pattern, in your life with relationships, or how you imagine things to be, your fantasies, whatever, your desires. Your desires aren't wrong. There was 111 on the timer. It's not that your desires are wrong. Your feelings aren't wrong. It's a matter of bringing everything that you feel and how you go about it to the light, so that you can use your wisdom and your growth to make adjustments. You are here on earth to grow, to evolve, to learn. You're in school. This is school. So don't be too hard on yourself, especially when it comes to love, because love is not only the only real thing. I mean, fear is real too, but love is on such a higher frequency that it doesn't even match. I know there's polarities and there's dark and there's light, but love is of the highest frequency. And, you can't go wrong with love, but you can go wrong with relationships and stuff. So 10:11 on the clock. Just remember to be easy with yourself and to try and make yourself whole before you try to navigate relationships. This is my favorite card. All right, guys. Now why is Lovers here in reverse, please? Got the Page of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords coming out. It's almost like you see this Page of Cups holding their cup, and then we have the Knight of Swords coming in to like in the same energy. I'm looking at it like someone came into your energy field, someone came into your life, you discovered someone and just had the wrong perspective about how to go about interacting with them or something. You know what I mean? All right, guys. That's all I have for you for tonight. I love you so much. Peace out.